Hi everyone, I'm Rizida and this is channel about photography, painting and drawing. And today we are going to learn how to draw eyes. It's not so easy, but it's not rocket science too. I believe everybody can learn how to draw eyes. And I spent a few of pages of my sketchbook to understand shapes of eyes, and eventually I can do it now, so I believe everybody can do it too. The simplest way to describe eye shape is to think of it like it's a triangle, and the top outer side of that triangle from the eyebrow peak bends to the side into another plane. How can we describe the shape of an eye? Maybe some of you think that an eye is similar, speaking about shape I mean, to a lemon or an almond. In reality, eye shapes vary. They can be hooded, wide, not so big, and so on. First, we start with the basic shape of the eyes. Of course, that shape is not universal. Even my eyes are different, but it helps a lot. Let's go! In the beginning, we should measure the eye tilt angle. The inner corner of an eye can be higher or lower than outer. Draw the line and point the eye corners. Then we should analyze and measure the proportions of the eye. What is the difference between length and height of the eye? So, usually length is a little bit more than 2 times longer. The upper part of an eye is bigger and lower. Now we have a rectangle. The next step is that we are going to rotate our rectangle. To do it, we add new points. In addition, we should add another 3 points. And now we have 6 points. That's it! Well done! Well, I feel we should know something very interesting about the shape of the eye to better understand how to draw it. Let's imagine an orange. And now we're cutting off a piece of that orange peel to the shape of an eye. Do you see? It's spherical. I demonstrate because any eye has a ball at its core, the eyeball. That's fundamental. Then we add iris. Generally, it's about a half of an eye. Add a pupil and then a caruncle, which is in the inner corner. Draw mucous membrane of the eye. Lower one is more visible and wider for us, and on the other hand, upper one is usually hidden under eyelashes. The next step is to add eyelids. They repeat the shapes of the eyes. The top lid in the outer corner is a little bit longer than the bottom one. The upper eyelid crease is darker and deeper and of course in shadow. The bottom lid starts in point of caruncle. There is shadow on the border of bottom lid. We draw shadow areas, highlights, according to a spherical shape of eyes. Generally, there are highlights on the inner corner of eye, on eyelids and on the peak of eyebrow. And from the eyebrow peak, the shape bends to the side. And I have to say it again, the shape of whole eye is based on a sphere. That's crucial. we look at the eye from the side, we will see that the top eyelid is further than the lower. In addition, the eye is not in the middle of that eyeball, but lower. The iris of the eye is not flat, it's convex. It means that, in addition to the ball shape, we add extra thickness. And the top lid a little bit covers part of iris. That's why the top eyelid is further than the lower one. It was the basic way to draw eyes, and after that the most important thing, you should take a mirror and draw your own eyes. So after that you should draw eyes of your relatives and friends. That's the best practice to understand how to draw eyes and draw really realistic and beautiful eyes. So I hope I've successfully explained all about eyes and you understood it. See you next time. Bye bye.